what the flock is cooking. Flock up or flock off. Not you stick around because it's about to go down. You know, flock with the most energetic entity in the Eagleverse here on the Maniac Monday for the first time in a long time. We're going to make it a strong time. Let's flock and go. But you already know how we do around this time, about this time, at this time. It's always Eagles and clock around here. Open your eagle eye, poke your beak in, and give it a So what we got for our flock docs today, man? AJ going in, man. I'm just loving his candor, his honesty, and what he's giving up on $1 million worth of game podcast. We're gonna get into a little bit of that. We got what else we got? We got belt to ass, a math. I don't know what I was talking about with that, but we'll talk about it, I guess. They talking about a brotherly band. Is you flocking kidding me? And I think America is going to be forced to choose. Is it the Bird's House or the White House? I don't know. Let's get political. Physical. I'm bugging over here. But regardless of what, man, before we get into all that, let's get the Nets keeping out of the way. Please like and subscribe if you're about that Fly Eagles Fly. Drop a comment in that box if you're flying with the flock. Even if you're not, do remember, join that Maniac thing. Notification, you hit that bell. You get a ding whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. And while that's the Maniac thing, let's keep the main thing the main thing. Hope this video finds you good vibes. Fly Eagle Fly Skies. If you're not there, I hope this helps you get there because we about to go there. Oh, yeah. We did see the flock, cat. You heard me, dogs? But yeah, man, just some good. I mean, as you can see, man, it's still a great time to be a flock and Eagles fam. Like this, we're living in like the greatest sometimes of the Eagle era, and I will say that all off season, all both season. Now we're getting into Howie season. Like it's about to go crazy. So many things to grab, so many things to pick up, and then like just things flying all over the place. It's coming to mind right now that, I call homie Will, but he's about to be 20 Will, about to be out of here. And this is just, free flowing thought right now because I haven't been in here for a while. So you know me, I need this therapy, and I'm trying to get out all the things I've been thinking over the last days about our birds. But let's try and stay focused and get into the main things that's going on in the Eagleverse right now. So the first thing that I caught today was the $1 million worth of game podcast and watching AJ on this. And I believe I didn't get exactly like 100% what I wanted to hear from AJ. Like, yo, we brothers, you know what I'm saying? We do this. What are you talking about? Like, that's the homie right there. But I mean, we know for a fact, at least the way things seem to be right now, that AJ and Devontae are like that. And you know what I'm saying? They ain't talking about that all the time. But I mean, that's probably because we don't got to talk about that. They in that wide receiver room all the time. And I imagine that Jalen whoa, 740 don't ever. What the flock am I talking about? Jalen Alexander the Great hurts. I would imagine he has to not incubate himself, but, pull himself away from all the other things. I mean, this is H1M, dog. This is the top of the food chain as far as the organization goes, as my boy Cooper DeGene says. The organization is led by, at least on the field, by Jalen Hurts. And I imagine that it's not going to be all that, rah-rah, sis, boom, bah, and this, that, and the third. We see that's just not his personality. But I say all that to say this. I feel like AJ surmised it perfectly and said, just plain and simple, we good. And like I said, when I spoke to his candor and his honesty, is the fact that he lends himself to Gillian Wallow, or at least gives to them, like, you know what, like, dog, like, I'll be lying if I was to sit here and say that we don't got issues. Everybody got issues. I know it's like we beating the same drum, beating a dead horse, whatever you want to call it, a broken record. Like, they're good. Like, everyone has issues, and it sounds cliche, but it wouldn't be cliche if it didn't have some merit and honesty. And I mean, it's true. Legitimately, it is true. Everyone has their issues with their best friends, their significant others, their brothers, their mothers, their sisters, their aunts, their daughters, whatever you want to call it. Like, whatever the case may be. There's going to be times when you bump heads. And it's just like he said, man, this dude talking about he's a journalism major, man. And I'm no like, dog, just dropping gems. Like, they're going to pick a side, and if it ain't right, they're going to drop it anyway. They could care less if they got it right. They're going to double down on the wrong. Either way it goes. So it was just, if you get a chance to check it out, $1 million worth of game. Gillian Wallow, if you ain't up, get up, man. I love that podcast regardless of what. So it's even 1,100,000 15 times. I'm still watching the Super Bowl. Keep watching that boy get smacked up, yacked up. Like, what's on your mind? So there's a 1 million, but it's in the game, and who am I to talk about making fun? I'll probably make some of the craziest faces on this channel all the time. But I mean, what possessed Patrick Mahomes to go to the sideline and do the sad kid, bro? I love it. Yeah, like I said, man, it's gonna be both season, all off season, man. I was listening to LB the other day, dogs, and it's like, And then there was another content creator prior to that who I heard, I forgot his name, but he was talking like, you know what, we ain't got no time to celebrate the win. You know, it's on, we got people to sign it up. I was like, dog, that's the front office, bro. We the fans. What the flock is you talking about, dogs? I'm going off all season. Is you stupid? And much like LB said, bro, he's like, dogs, if we lost that game, you know they would be giving it to us. And I feel like, bro, if the as loud as what could have been, you feel me? Like, as loud as that's gonna be, we gotta be louder with upliftment of our team. I had something else prepared there, man, but damn, it just didn't. But regardless of what, like, we've got to be just as loud with the praise of our team as loud as they were gonna be with their malaise of our team. That was freestyle right there. But nah, I mean, like, yeah, it's just gonna be like this all off season. Flock the other, just cause I'm with my ninjas. You feel me? Like, yo, I'm loving it. Just so many things are coming out, man. And I could do it all day. I'm watching Reels. I'm watching TikToks. I'm watching like this. We are dragging them, dogs. And I'm loving it. Because like they said, man, I'm still dealing with Bumanda fans. Oh, I heard the Commode fans still talking trash. Like, y'all are trash. Like, for the last 40 years, how the flock dare you talk to me? Even breathe the same air as me. Don't come nowhere near me because your organization hasn't been anywhere near for over 40 years. Shut the flock up. Oh, 1 year. I was giving y'all credit, man. Making you like, you know what? Good job, little buddy. You feel me? And y'all still want to talk trash, but y'all ass. 1 year does not an organization make. Dogs, y'all have one good year. A broken clock is right twice a day. Get the flock out of here, man. Throw 2 in a row, and then you can talk to me. But that's something else, man. Just the energy that LP gives me. And that our Eagles give us, man. Because none of this would be possible without our Philadelphia football flock and Eagles of 2024. And speaking of 2024, and I know I didn't put this in the recap, and all that, what we were going to get into. But something else amazing is going on right now. You hear A.J. Brown in this same interview speaking to the fact that, yo, you know what, like, yeah, I'm about to get back to it in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Like, these dudes just won a Super Bowl, and they getting right back to it. And this guy is maniacal. I mean, he already knows he's, like, the best in the damn league. But he said, you know what, I can't call myself that because I was out 4 games. And, you know, these other guys, they put up their numbers. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, they are top of the top, screaming the crop. I will not lie. I will not cap. He will not do that. That is our WR1. And I mean, like, just this tour that he's been on the last few days, just hearing him here and there and everywhere on Destroying podcasts and other places, like, yo, he's out there dropping gems, and we're getting to see a different side of AJ. I mean, like, we knew it was there, but we were just scratching the surface, and now we peeling that onion back, and we're seeing the layers to this man right now. And it's just dope to have this dude on our flocking team. You understand me? So he's speaking to that. Not to mention he'll be out there in about 2 weeks. He's still one of the best. I'm already immersed, enamored. I was telling little bro Maniac, about Dude Maniac, about, you know, the late hands that A.J. Brown brings to this game, like, just something amazing that he does to be this monstrous. I believe I was talking to Mega Maniac about this too, to be this monstrous of a man as huge as he is, and then to have that what's the word, the delicacy to him, to have those late hands, and someone, you know, you expect someone like that. You see the way Tyreek Hill, just, you know, throw somebody out there. You see the way Tyreek Hill grabs the ball, like, he attacks that ball. He grabs the flock out of that ball. Like, he's a different, you expect him to have the type of hands that AJ, well, regardless, it's neither here nor there. What I'm trying to get at is the late hands that he possesses when he, like, you know, he's just running a route, killing them downfield, and then just out of nowhere, so soft, so gentle, ball in hand, Tutty, what are you talking about? The dude is amazing. So he's already got that locked down, not to mention the route running, not to mention he's always open. 1K, you already know how it goes all day, 24/7, 365, we live, you already know. But this dude is talking about taking ballet in the off season. Dogs, are you kidding me? Like, so for him to have even better footwork than he has right now, and he's just on one, it's like, and he was speaking to this about something else, but, you know, it's like the best of both worlds, a double-edged sword, a blessing and a curse. Like, his maniacism, his maniacal approach to the game, you get what I'm picking up when I'm laying down, right? Eagle Maniac type ish, right? But the maniacism, his craze, his fervor, his addiction to the game, for lack of a better term, that he lives, breathes, eats this all the time. You just heard it permeating through this whole interview, and he kept saying it time and time again. He's like, I just love this. I love this. Like, when you cook a guy, you don't even get the ball, but you see a guy, you got his soul, you got his heart. He said fixing his gloves and going, damn, I don't know what to do. Like, he's like, nah, don't fix the glove. It ain't your gloves, man. It ain't your gloves, man. It ain't your gloves, man. This is brotherly love, man. That I'm giving you, man. All day, man. What we talking about, man? Yeah, it's fucking annoying, right? And that's probably how it feels to them. And there goes Smitty with the tutty. Oh my God, BTA. All day. I told you he was going to get to that belt to ass. Do you want the math? I don't know, man. They always talking these numbers, man. And we just go to ass. I do this, man. He did that at the damn crib. Stop playing with me. Woo. So someone like that wanting to get better, you're like, you see him after the Super Bowl, like, it's something about some tweet. It hasn't come across my eagle vision, like whatever the case may be. I believe it's something about, maybe he said something about talking about 3P. We ain't even done 2 yet. Maybe that's what people are mad about. Or I don't know what they're talking about. But what I did see is from him, he's like, I don't even know how to celebrate. Like, I'm drinking, I'm smoking, I don't even do this stuff. I'm like, so what's next? You know what I mean? Like, he's trying to get right back to it. So on one end, you're like, damn, bro, you can't even enjoy this. Like, come on, yo, take it in. Be with your team, love this. And don't get it twisted. He was. But yeah, I thought he missed it. I'm acting like I ain't see this game already. Crazy. But I mean, it's just crazy. Like, dog, take this in. This is amazing what you just did. But much like Jalen Hurts always says, it's the journey is always the beginning and blah, blah, blah. And, they're in this. They could sit back and rest on laurels at the end, because that's one thing that he definitely touched on accurately, is that, in this league, you rest in them laurels for a second. You think you don't stink for a second. They coming to get you, because I love the way he broke it down too. Like, there are people on that team in that front office designated to attack my weaknesses, Jalen's weaknesses, everybody on our team all day. So while you sit here, the second you think like, oh, what we did last year is going to work this year, you are wilding. And I just love all the times, because, I get it. I'm not Wallow, but Wallow's also a fan. Now he's a fan. And then Gilly's a fan just like us. But Gilly, that boy crazy, right? And, I just love how he checked him a few times. Like, there is a few of the intricacies that, I love Gilly's passion and all that. But there's certain things that are just like embedded in that, things that are just age-old credos in this thing, man. You got to be humble, which is what our coach stresses, which was one of our core things this season, humble and hungry, discipline, toughness, and all that, yada, yada, yada. But, I mean, the interview was awesome, and I can sit here and recap it all day. Go watch the damn thing your damn self, man. But I loved it. So if I loved it, I know y'all going to love it. So get out there, brotherly shove it. And speaking of the brotherly shove, these Mitches out here. Was that thing called back? Why does this thing feel weird today? My OCD's kicking in, y'all. I don't know. I'm bipolar and all that. Regardless of what, we've got, that worthy counted. Yuck. So we got the brotherly shove. They talking about a brotherly blend on the brotherly shove. And number one, much like I'm pretty sure all Eagles fans out here feel, is like, dogs, if it's something that only we can do, I can see if the whole league was doing that at an amazing clip where it was just like an unstoppable play, like, golly, damn, like, this ain't even, come on. It's something that we do. Only we do, at the clip that we do it. So in essence, you're not banning a play, you're banning us from using a play that is successful for us. Not to mention, I believe Jim Nance, another hater, comes up. He's like, and then he interjected himself for no reason, because I believe when he was getting interviewed, it was on the Rich Eisen show, or Rich Eisen had brought it up. Regardless of what, yeah, he was on these young ladies show, I forget. So they were talking about Patrick Mahomes or something, and he just brings up the brotherly shove out of nowhere, like, this, that, and the third, like they shouldn't do it. It's not a football play. And like, what? And I believe Jason Kelsey broke it down the best on the whip, I believe, last week. He's talking like, if you want the X's and the O's and all the pretty prancy plays and all that, and this isn't like, when I'm being unfair. More so not the pretty prancy stuff, more so the X's and O's, the execution, and this is like dead up strategy, chess on a field, like moving these parts around and making them matriculate down the field in an awesome, an awe-inspiring way. You know what I'm trying to say. Regardless of what, then sure, this may not be the play for you. But if we're talking about one man imposing his will on another man, I'm giving you my best, you giving me yours, and I'm beating you to the spot. And this is what you're here for. This is football. I believe this is football in its essence. Now, but it's a major part of football. So, like, why take this out? It's one of the grittiest, grimiest plays in there. And then he's like, if they wanted to, they could do it from the 4-yard line. No one's trying to do it from the 4-yard line 4 times. What you're failing to take into account is the fact that these guys, to do that 4 times in a row is ridiculous. Jason Kelce said it himself. He hates the play. Loves the success of the play, but hates executing the play. Because more often than not, he's the center. He has to get lower than anyone else. And he's probably got 1,200 pounds of man on top of him at the end of this damn play. And you're not going to love that. And to do that time and time again is just ridiculous. We use it at times when it's of most need. We've seen other teams try it. We've seen other teams actually be successful in stopping us. One to mention is our boy D. Pitty. Doug Peterson, touchdown Dougie. Throw it Dougie. You feel me? So, I mean, Jacksonville Jags were pretty good. I didn't even notice they put they put Kevin Hart on the screen. I always notice the Paul Rudd. Man, we got so many damn fans. Anne Hathaway. Suds and other drugs. You kidding me? Whoa! Anyway, yeah, that was dope. So you got that to think about. I just think I believe we'll be successful either way, whichever way you cut it. I mean, if you can't push it, man, we still got Jalen Hurts, a quarterback who can squat, who had at one point in his life squatted what? I think it was like 1,600 pounds or something. No, I'm just kidding. But, like, we have one of the strongest quarterbacks in the league to pull off that play. Not to mention, I mean, we've got the best offensive line coach behind the best offensive line with the greatest running back in the game right now. Like, come on. I mean, you want to play around, flock around and find out. We're going to find ways to get in that. You feel me? So, I ain't really too much worried about that. I mean, it is upsetting that it seems like it's against us. Like we saw, I ain't gonna get into it, man. And then last but not least, I really don't want to talk about this, but I mean, it's something that's out there in the Eagleverse, so we get into it real quick. I mean, I feel like America is going to be forced to choose right now, the Bird's house or the White House. This is the biggest thing in politics right now. And there's nothing more I would love to talk about than politics on my YouTube channel about the Philadelphia Flying Eagles. Let's fucking go. Let's get into it, man. I mean, because Trump does what he does for this country. Everything that he embodies everything for this country. What he does for this country is for players, teams like the Eagles to have the right to choose whether they want to do this or do that. And I just love that this is an amazing display of democracy at work. I love this is USA. God bless America, because you flocking kidding. This is a beautiful thing to behold, man. So I just felt the need to put that out there for y'all, man. And I mean, you know what? It is what it is. And we're going to get the flock up out of there. Yeah. The whole reason I believe why I started this is to get off of that whole, the whole news and politics and all this. This is about the birds, baby. It's about fly, Eagles fly, 24/7, 360 fly. And Eagles fans like me can't be great without the greatness of my Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia football Eagles, man. And I'm just loving this thing, man. And there's just so much that I want to get into, but we're going to keep it down. We're going to simmer it down. I'm going to keep this nice and concise. And just happy to be up ahead, getting this therapy off my chest, getting the stress off my chest, off my nest, and doing what we do. I still don't know what the hell I was talking about when I was talking about, do you want the math or belt to ass? At least I think what I was trying to say was, you got a lot of people in here talking these numbers. And I believe, and this is just inside the mind of the maniac before we get out of here. Yeah, we're getting long and winded, but I don't give a flop. Because this is therapy, and the doc told me I got more time today. So check it out, man. I just feel like a lot of us as fans, man, we're barkleying up the wrong tree right now as when it pertains to these numbers. And, Jalen Hurts, top 5 quarterback, and, he should be this and he should be that. I don't give a flock where you put him, where you think he is, what you think he is. I know right now what he is with my eyes, and I don't need any of this approval from PFF or Sims or Nick Wrong or whoever the flock else is out there talking crazy about our quarterback, because one thing remains true, and it goes back to, and this is full circle moment right now. This is what they call in comedy a callback, I think. It's like our boy A.J. Brown said, man. Like, y'all can say this, y'all can say that, but one thing y'all gotta say now for sure, bro, is that I'm a fucking champion. You feel me? And that's all that really matters at the end of the day. When the hits the fan and this man has the ball in his hand, he is ripping out your glands and breaking him down. Like, ridiculously. Like, it's just stupid what this dude, I can't, I mean, how are we even entertaining these people talking to us, breathing like they can't? I mean, I saw a Giants fan at work the other day, dogs. Look a Wee Men fan. Look a Wee Men fan. Oh, the best one I heard the other day. I forgot about this. The Giants. Regardless of what, man, I was like, dog, I can't hear you from up here, bro. I can't hear you from up here. He couldn't help but laugh. Like, he had to take that. Like, yeah, because, we at the top of that mountain. They was telling me all season, Barkley, just wait. He's about to get it. I was like, you wish this on another man. How dare you? This is why you can't have nice things. This is why your team is trash. Because you're out here saying things like, he's going to get injured. You're wishing injury on a man that gave you nothing but the best of him. And a few injuries, so I can understand the upset. But I mean, regardless of what, so many great things. Best player in your organization, there goes A.J. Brown right there with the possession reception. Not to mention, like, when you look at it, the numbers that he put up, he still put up a stack. Missing 4 games. Another amazing stat I heard today, if you want to talk numbers, the Eagles are 18-0 last season in games that A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts started and finished. Dogs, get the flock out of my face. Back to Saquon and what they talking over there. And like, so basically, they're ridiculous. And smack up, yak, I'm getting the flock up out of here. But as far as AJ and this team goes, and you could look at the math and all that, and we got the math if you want it, because like I said, my boy's still putting up a stat. We got a running back putting up 2,000 yards. The numbers is there. And if you want to really, really look at the math, I mean, over this same time in their careers, look at Jalen Hurts' numbers. Look at Mega Maniac didn't want me to do this quite yet. It's a little bit too soon. But I'm just talking about this time in their career, at this point in their careers. Look at the numbers, man. Look at the numbers if you want to do the math. But if you want to do the belt to ass, we could do that too, because that's all we did all day in the Super Bowl and all we did all season, man. BTA defense. I'm 100% behind that. If you want to get that thing going, hashtag this BTA defense. Shout out to your boy. Yes, y'all heard the boy CJ, GJ, CD, saw Chauncey Gardner Johnson talking that belt to ass all damn day, man. And I'm just loving where this team is at, where they're going, the things that come right now, bro. How we getting ready to wave that magic wand, sprinkle some magic on the league. Howie busting the stupid dope moves. Don't call him Howie, call him Howie. Busting the stupid dope moves. He works for Justabon. What you talking about? We fresh. Woo! I can't wait, man. But y'all know how I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time, man. To the next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a green time. You already know how I can do around this time, about this time, at this time. It's always Eagles o'clock around here. Open eagle eye, poke your beak in, and give it a and ask these questions. What you gonna do when Eaglemania swoops down and runs wild on you? You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna bow down like the Bowers. Get the flock up out of here, because we Super Bowl champions. EAGLES. Eagles. Flock and go. Let's get the flock up out of here.